It's WarCraft Day. Greetings, everybody. This is Stormy with the capital Z coming back at you with another replay request cast. This is going to be a replay request by none other than MoFaD, who is spawning on the right side of this map as the red undead player, opening up with the hero first build order. He will be facing off against Obscure, who is spawning as the purple night elf at the left side of this map, Echo Isles. And it appears that you are here, Jockey. Brother Jockey, I knew you'd come. I think that one was slightly better than the last one. Anyways, the game has begun, and of course this is the new patch. Alright, we got some stuff that we gotta cover there. Hey Jockey, mind posting down the key highlights for the Night Elf and the Undead? So we're just gonna recap a bit of the patch while both of the players set down their initial buildings, and we're just gonna have a look at it. You should be able to find it within the first page or something, I don't know. I do know that Undead players no longer require the sacrificial pit to get them frostworms out, which is something that I have spoke of earlier, and I'm going to speak of that once again. It appears to me that MoFaD is opening up with a Lich and his opponent Obscure is opening up with a Warden, which are both really rather unconventional choices when it comes to Undead versus Night Elf there. Jockey says the stream is freezing. I don't really think there's any problem with the stream because you can actually see the what do you call that, data being passed over here. If this goes anything below, I don't know, 5,000 or 4,000, then it's gonna be a problem. All right, we have the booster on, so we're gonna have a better look at what's going on in the game as the game progresses. It's going to be Lich versus Warden. Haven't seen what is this, and I can't watch the stream normally. That's a bummer. That's a bummer, really. And I don't think you got my message from earlier. I just wanted the highlights of the patch because I don't exactly remember every single thing there. The only thing that I do remember is that Undead players no longer require sacrificial pit to get frostworms, to build their boneyard against frostworms. I need the patch note for Night Elf and Undead if you can get that for me, and just paste it on the stream chat there. Night Elf players, yeah, they have some sort of a benefit down as well. Druid of the Claws now spawn with 125 mana instead of just 100 mana, so they can cast some. I believe rejuvenation casts you like 125 mana, so you got a bit of a benefit there. The second taunt for the Mountain Giant has been removed from what I remember, so yeah, that is that. It appears to me that none of the players have done any kind of scouting for the time being. I don't really see any purple dots on the minimap here, which kind of signify that there aren't any wisps around, and neither has MoFaD done any kind of scouting over here. MoFaD immediately going to go and pick up his expansion. Usually I wouldn't really say that is the normal for Lich play. Normally I would say Lich, whenever Undead players like to go for Lich, they like to rush. They like to get mass number of them. They like to get the mass number of ghouls and then rush into their opponent and break them bit by bit. Usually we're gonna be seeing a defensive play on both sides as both players try to get their heroes to level 3 on their respective sides without bothering each other. MoFaD's tech is of course going to be delayed. Now MoFaD, I guess he ain't gonna be taking the advantage of the Frostworm, as I mentioned earlier. Well, it is an expansion. You need a lot of gold for Frostworms and stuff. You may have that coming in, but what I wanted to mention was a bit more specific about him being at tier 1 and his opponent going tier 2. Alright, Warden going to pick that Skeleton Warrior off, although the Skeleton Warrior did detect that the creeps are still alive. Well, if MoFaD actually got his screen over here on time, and he probably saw that there is no expansion coming up, at least for the time being, while Obscure goes for that same camp. Both of the heroes are about to hit level 3. So that's gonna be cool. We're likely gonna have a fight go on in a moment. MoFaD now teching finally. MoFaD put down a Nerubian tower over here. Now there is an option for MoFaD. Instead of putting down the Ziggurat and Nerubian tower, you can just put down Necropolis, because you know Necropolis don't cost you wood. You can preserve the wood to try and tech up. That's one thing that you can do there. And what is this? Lol, MoFaD is cheering himself. Yep, that's exactly what MoFaD is doing. He's cheering himself. That makes a lot of sense. You can do that too, Jockey. You can do that too. Alright, so yep, there we go, level 3 on both sides. Tier 2 is about to be complete for Obscure. We have a Hunter's Hall being dropped in, and surprisingly, apart from that little scout by MoFaD that went in to check up for the expansion, there really has been no engagements just yet. Both players are sticking to their side of the maps, like they haven't even ventured towards the middle. They're pretty much stuck to their side of the maps, and only just the Warden is going towards the middle now. Yes, you need all the support I can get. Of course you do. Okay, gonna pick up staff. Yes, we're gonna pick up staff for teleportation, and here comes the Warden. Obscure doesn't know about this expansion yet. He's just going in blind just to check that up, and to his surprise, that expansion is up, and he is going to have to deal with that Nerubian tower while trying to harass the expansion here. Will place down a nice little Shadow Strike. Not really sure if he's gonna manage to kill that Acolyte with that yet though. Oh, there we go. Abolish magic. Lovely. Lovely there. Frost Nova on the Warden. And blinked away. Right in the nick of time. Right before MoFaD was about to unleash the fury of the Lich there. Level 2 Frost Nova is really devastating. So now the question is Obscure going to try and counter expand? It doesn't seem so. Obscure is going in for the Ancient of Lore. Just one. Oh my mistake there. I missed this tree. I missed this Tree of Life here. My big mistake. Big mistake by myself. Sorry. He did miss. He did put down a Tree of Life, which I completely missed out. Now the Tree of Life is migrating towards the expansion. MoFaD's Lich is now level 4 for Obscure. I believe he is still staggering at level 3. Where's the Warden? There's the Warden. Teleported towards the army. It just went back to heal up a bit, I guess. Should drop down the Perrupt of Vitality before using the Moonwells. You need to be careful with those. And MoFaD targeting the right units. Frost Nova on that Berserker. Would have been better off of the Shadow Priest actually. Well, he got both of the kills, so it doesn't really matter. There we go. That was an overkill. Come on, you just used a Frost Nova over like a 1 HP unit there. Could have used the Frost Nova on something else if you ask me there. Wish I could reduce the stream quality because my internet is bad today. Jockey, I got a suggestion. You can look. You can just try to watch it on YouTube, because for some reason you can't reduce stream quality on Twitch for I don't know what reason. I mean, at least not on my streams. I don't know what's up with that. I really don't know how do I solve that either. But yeah, you can try and watch stuff on YouTube. And there we go. The pact is sealed and the Death Knight is on the field for MoFaD. Going to immediately pick up Potion of Health and Potion of Mana there. Tier 3 coming in, and Gargoyles also. Okay, MoFaD going in for Gargoyle play. I mean, this is really old school Undead strategy where the players like to go for Gargoyles, immediately following up with Ghouls. Usually that is the play with the Dreadlord. Of course, it's very unpopular now, but we're gonna see some Gargoyle play. Gargoyles are really effective against Dryads. Piercing damage can tear the Dryads a new one there. And here comes MoFaD. Obscure gonna try and defend his base with the limited number of units he has, pulling in some mercenaries for some extra edge. Here comes the Death Knight. Death Knight probably it doesn't have a spell yet. MoFaD hasn't selected the spell yet over there. And Yasal gonna get the kill on that Berserker there. This time no Frost Nova, thankfully. Not an overkill. And Staff of Preservation by the Warden. Alright. Although the expansion is under attack now, and Obscure is going to need a good number of units. He is training a couple of Dryads there. Those are going to be useful in taking down the Ghouls, but Gargoyles, I mean, for the time being they can, but once the Gargoyles hit a critical mass, then that's going to be really hard to deal with. especially considering the fact that aerial units can just fly around anywhere they want, and their body collision micromanagement, it's just a different dimension there. Death Coil, Frost Nova to kill wisps. That is brutal, MoFaD. I don't think you should be allowed to do that. I like how Obscure is trying to ping pong MoFaD between his expansion and his main, trying to buy enough time to be able to train more units and be able to defend against the push. He is going for adapt training for the Druid of the Claws, although he hasn't trained any Druid of the Claws just yet. More Moonwells coming in. It's not like he was actually food blocked or anything, but I don't really know. Got about 45 food worth Dryads here. I'm not really sure what Obscure's plan is. He's going in for 2 bears. He's gonna have to detonate 1 wisp, because I do know that the bears do cost 3 food. So that's gonna be 3-3. That's gonna go beyond the upkeep there, which he kind of probably wants to maintain there. And oh no, Obscure getting trapped here. Tried to move on in base and couldn't really check for MoFaD right in the nick of time. And oh, that damage! Death Coil! Oh. Got too many gargoyles now. Oh no, the piercing damage! They're going to tear apart these Dryads, a new one. This is not looking good. Obscure doing the right thing of blinking away the Warden there, and doing the right thing of buying some time for himself by trying to drive away MoFaD's army. Now here's the thing, I think Obscure went for the Dryads because of the number of gargoyles on the field, but probably gonna need something else. These Dryads are unarmored. They're gonna take a lot of damage from the piercing damage there. We got like attack upgrade for the piercing damage as well, and these Dryads have 0 armor, so 435 HP. But the gargoyles are also unarmored, but they got 3 armor at least, and because of their mobility they have a better chance of attacking the Dryads. Dryads have a slight little benefit with the poison sting there, but I don't know. And what do we have here? 2k gold, let's go. Yeah, MoFaD's got 2k about gold in his bank, and oh, Boneyard has been placed at the back of the base there, and yeah, I didn't really detect that back the line there. The Boneyard no longer requires Sacrificial Skull. So yeah, we're gonna have to cover this before I just go through my train of thoughts, because it's gonna take a while to actually cover that. And a disengagement. So yeah, something little thing that I wanted to point about the Boneyard there, the Frostworms. Technically Frostworms, you could call them a tier 4 unit. The reason for that being is that you need to get first your Hall of Dead tier 2, then your Black Citadel tier 3, and after you get your Black Citadel, you gotta get your Sacrificial Pit, and then you get the Boneyard. I don't think a limitation like this is available on any of the other races for Warcraft, at least, because all of them, like if you want to compare this to Griffin Riders from humans, Griffin Riders require, I believe, let's go over Knights. Actually, I kind of forgot about the requirement for Griffin Riders. Sorry. Knights need the Blacksmith and the Lumber Mill, so you can make the Blacksmith and Lumber Mill during tier 1 and tier 2, and once you get to tier 3, you already have your barracks, by the way, so that's a tier 3 unit out of the same building. But over here, the condition is that you gotta make 1 building. Well, the condition used to be you gotta make 1 more building after getting to tier 3, and then you get to make your Boneyard, and then you get to make your Frostworms. So yeah, that was a pretty lengthy thing there. Now Undead players got a huge advantage of being able to drop down that Boneyard. Even if Undead players get 1 Frostworm in the battlefield, that can be a huge difference to any game, because the Frostworm is probably the strongest aerial. Yeah, it's probably the strongest aerial unit for a melee game. It's stronger than Griffin Riders when it comes to HP and damage, stronger than Orcs have Wind Riders, but of course Wind Riders aren't really tier 3. And Nidal players have Chimeras, but Chimeras can't attack aerial units, so we got that. And a lot of damage on that Warden there, while the Warden tried to go in for the Acolyte kills. Did get 2 of them with some Shadow Strikes across. And going to teleport back to the base using the TP this time, because using the Staff of Teleportation would have been a bit risky. That's why MoFaD couldn't attack it while it was retreating back. Gonna heal up a bit. Oh no, why didn't he drop the Period of Vitality? He's wasting a lot of mana by not doing that. Need to pick up a anti-magic potion there and the Orb of Venom. He picked up the Orb of Venom super late. Should have already had it by now actually. MoFaD's Lich is also at level 5 and that Lich looks dangerous. I believe Undead players can do this a bit often in my opinion. Lich is the big fat damage dealer there. Like level 5 Nova is definitely going to give you more value than level 5 I mean to say level 3 Nova, sorry, with a level 5 hero. It's definitely going to give you more benefit than a level 3 Death Coil in my personal opinion, because that's going to be dealing more damage across the board while you're in a battle. And if you go for Lich first and like go for a fast tech and get your Death Knight out, I still think that's a really good idea. And MoFaD actually going in for high upkeep. What are you doing, MoFaD? You're going to overkill your opponent. And oh, look at the shadows. Look at the shadows before below the gargoyles there. Yeah, this is the air collision I spoke about earlier. Aerial units don't really have the collision there, so they can like easily pass through areas. Now I believe the starting of the end, the beginning of the end, as Obscure heads in towards MoFaD's expansion. But MoFaD, I mean, he wouldn't really have to care. That's an expansion. This is the main. MoFaD manages to pick apart the main. It's fine if he loses the expansion there. And that's a similar play that happened during a game between Domi and 2, which I did cast earlier. You can find that on my YouTube channel later on if you want to watch that. He's gonna have to use the TP to get back to his base to do a last stand. Oh no, 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 no! The Tree of Eternity will still go down! Fan of Knives, big Fan of Knives. He did a Tomb of Retraining, and I believe the Fan of Knives may be the answer to kill all the gargoyles. But what are you gonna do about the Frostworms there? There are way too many Frosties there. 90 food army versus 43. This game is over. I'm not even gonna bother calling. I'm not even gonna bother calling that Obscure may have a chance here, because that's a 90 food army. Even if he manages to pick apart all of those gargoyles, which he probably won't be able to do, and there we go. Obscure will leave, and this is GG. That was a fun little game. If you guys enjoyed it, thanks for watching and listening. If you have enjoyed what you have seen, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more on my YouTube channel, and follow me on my Twitch to be able to catch the games live. I believe I forgot to mention about the replay request series. Anybody and everybody is welcome to send me replays for the replay request series. All you have to join my Discord server is on the Twitch panel and in the description below. And oh, I didn't even have my camera on. Wow, guys, you guys totally missed my reactions. No problem. You're gonna see me in the next cast then, and that's gonna be all for this video. I will see you. Fun.